Good morning. Welcome back to Decoding Castaneda, where I take concepts that were written by Carlos Castaneda and try to unravel them and make sense of them with today's terminology, today's modality. This morning I thought I would talk a bit about controlled folly. Controlled folly is a branch of what they call stalking. The practice of stalking has many facets. One of them is controlled folly. So what is controlled folly? Well, basically it's it's described as behavior with people. At one point, Don Juan, I think, calls it just behavior with people, which doesn't really say much about what it is. But basically that's what it is. It takes the idea that most of what we do is kind of a mistake or kind of fake, and to meet people in the midst of their folly is to practice controlled folly. The problem that happens though is that we become swept up in the drama, don't we? So it's not controlled folly anymore. It's something you can only practice if you have a certain amount of internal detachment inside you. That would be the only way that it could be executed properly, you could say. So another word for controlled folly, or a euphemism for controlled folly, could be the concept of spiritual detachment, which is where you're involved in something, but you're not emotionally withdrawn, but you're detached from the outcome, let's say. Another concept could be surrender. The idea of spiritual surrender would fall into that, which means you take people or situations at face value. So if someone's acting fake, or you can see that they don't know what they're doing, then you would meet them in the midst of that, knowing that there's no real hope in the situation, that it's actually not a real situation. So someone who practices controlled folly allows themselves to be involved in the drama. You're involved in the situation, and you might even enjoy it, but you're not invested in it. That's the difference. Because what other choice do you have? You do have to engage in life and in people. The only difference for a warrior who's practicing controlled folly is that inside they're free of the situation, regardless of the outcome. We have to learn to take people at face value and not always try to fix things and fix people. If you're always seeing through the situation and you're always trying to fix them, then you're engaged and you're invested, right? You have an attachment to the outcome. So what we really need to do is stop being so concerned with other people and trying to fix the situation, trying to fix them, trying to teach them. That's the antithesis of controlled folly. Controlled folly is the opposite of that. It's accepting people where they are, surrendering to the situation, accepting people at face value, and then going from there. You know, if you're always trying to fix someone, you're subtly telling them that they're wrong, and no one wants to hear that or feel that. Whereas if you accept them as they are, you can roll along with the situation, and they feel like they have space. Giving someone that kind of space is actually quite a loving act. So controlled folly, I would say, is a loving act, because you've given someone actual space to be where they are, no matter how wrong they are, and no matter how misguided they are. Don't forget too that you've been misguided most of your life, and the people you remember are the ones who gave you that extra space that most people didn't, and you remember them. And and they were practicing their controlled folly with you, even though they may not have known that. They may not they didn't know what they were doing, but they were giving you space, allowing you to have your drama. So, to briefly recap, I would say that controlled folly in today's world, and to make sense of it, I would say accept people as they are, where they are. Create space for yourself and for them. Practice detachment. Surrender to the situation. And that will provide you with your own, that will give you your space to not be so emotionally involved and emotionally invested in the situation. And typically when you do that, it plays out, well, who knows how it'll play out. There's no guarantees. But one thing is for sure, and that is you will stop wasting energy in useless dramas. You'll be a part of the drama without being invested in it, without losing energy. You're a part of the play, you're a part of the acting troupe, except you're the actor who knows the play is going to end one day. And that's it. That's what I would say controlled folly is. There might be something in some of the Castaneda stuff that I missed about controlled folly, so please comment and let me know what you think. All right, I'm going to work. See you later.